Good morning. Welcome to What's Up Monday. It's October 16th. Let's get started. Continuing our life skill of honesty, the first step to an abundant life. Making sure that the kids are being honest with their effort and how well they're doing something, as well as telling the truth and all of the truth, not just selective parts. Number 2, leadership training. We worked on conquering fear last week. So everybody chose something that they were fearful of, and we talked through about how to conquer that fear. We'll be going over that in class this week. And then the new bonus item in school for you guys this week is power phrases to learn how to stand up for yourself. So make sure you download that and read through it with your child. Start learning and using those power phrases. For the Little Dragons, and actually for all students this week, it's test prep week. Belt testing is next week, so we're going to be going through all of the requirements for belt testing. I have noticed a situation starting to develop, so we want to go over that. Belt testing really is not optional. It is a crucial part of what we do in the program. So we've had a couple of situations where a child misbehaved and the parents said, well, fine, we're just not going to let you belt test. The problem, there's multiple layers of problems with that. The first one is that belt testing is only every 2 months. And while that is not a big deal to you, 2 months is a lifetime to a child. So the punishment doesn't really fit whatever the circumstance was. So we want to make sure that we don't take belt testing off the table. Number 2, it starts a negative cycle. If they don't test, they don't get that sense of feeling of accomplishment, so then they don't feel like coming, so then they start arguing about going to class, so then they stop coming, so then they want to quit. We don't want to get into that negative cycle. If there's a situation where behavior is a problem, please talk to me and we can create a situation and circumstance to help them improve that situation. Taking testing off the table is not the way to do that. So the only circumstance, there's 2 circumstances where a student should not or will not test. And that is if you and I have had a conversation and we both agree that they're not testing this time because of whatever, and we have a plan in place to get them back on track. The other situation, second, would be if they didn't have nearly enough classes. Color belts are required to have 12 classes. If your child only has 4, well, they're not eligible. Those would be the only 2 circumstances. So please do not randomly decide your child is not testing. You have to have a conversation with me so we're on the same page and we know what to do and how to help. Let's work on that, please. So with that, test prep week is this week. We'll be going through all of the requirements, making sure your child has any and all the stripes, and getting ready for that. Belt testing again is next week, October 23rd and 24th. Belt graduation is the 25th and 26th. This weekend is our power weekend. So we have our 5K run. That's going to be at the Madison Heights City Park. It's right behind City Hall. We will be starting promptly at 9 a.m. So this is open to any and all families and guests, participants, everybody. Normally we have charity run for this. So because it got started or set up a little bit late, that was my fault. I'm going to be donating $10 for every person who participates to Forgotten Harvest. So let's get a lot of people there. It's a run, it's a jog, it's a walk. Show up and cheer, right? So that'll be go. This is a requirement for all of our black belt testers. They must run the 5K and complete it in a amount of time that will be disclosed later. Haha. Then our championship is at 12 p.m. So we do have some openings still. So if you have not turned in your form, please get that into us ASAP. We do have a couple of forms at the school in case you forgot and left it at home. You can fill that out and get it turned in right away. And then finally, our trunk or treat, SOS. We need help, parents. We've got like 5 trunks. All right, if we don't get a bunch more by tomorrow, I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel the event, and I hate canceling events. So please talk to Christy right away. Let her know that you're interested in having a trunk or that you will sponsor a trunk so that we can have the fun event for the kids. All right, next is our Acts of Kindness month. We talked about this last week. Make sure you pull or bring your sheet in for your random acts of kindness. We want to check to see that the kids are doing it. They promise to have 60 done before belt testing. That's this week. So by Saturday night, they should have 60 done. Make a game plan, and we'll talk about it also in class. And then finally, our billing, as we've talked about for a couple weeks now, we're phasing out the app. The PMA Troy app is going away. If you've looked in there already, we don't use it for communication anymore. The online store has been moved into school and to a new location. So there's no purchases in there. There's no events in there. So the only last thing that we're moving or need to move is the billing. So if you have two choices for billing, now we are able to do EFT for checking if you want to avoid the credit card fee. So I need one of two things from you, please. Either bring in a voided check and we can add that into the new billing system, which is QuickBooks. Some of you may have seen an invoice for things coming from QuickBooks. That is our new system. Or bring the credit card that you want for billing and we can add that in directly right from Christy or my phone and then have that set up and moved in. So for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be pushing to try to get everybody out of the PMA Troy app and into the new billing system, and we'd appreciate your help. So a voided check and or the credit card that you want on file. That is everything that is going on this week. So again, SOS for the trunk or treat. Please, please, please. Want to make sure that we have a fun event for the kids. So other than that, have a super day. We'll talk to you guys in class. Get ready for belt testing. Go be awesome.